You'll never believe an experience I had a few years ago. I was coaching tennis. I had 2 classes I was taking online. We had just had our baby girl, our first one, and my wife and I were both busy serving in the church, and it was a busy time. Well, during this time I was quite excited. There was a lot of fun activities going on. Well, I found myself lying in bed one night next to my wife, and something interesting happened. I felt lonely. I was laying next to my wife and I felt lonely. And I couldn't help think, what the heck, what's going on? I believe that this is something that happens to a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships. And as I thought about this, I've taken away a few conclusions, which I'd like to share today. First, every single person in this life has emotional holes. Things that they've obtained throughout life at one point or another during their high school, junior high, even before. People yearn for something and they don't get it, and it's deprived of them for so long that it becomes an emotional hole. Because we all have emotional holes, there's different answers for each of those. And you can't simply prescribe something and hope that it's right. Secondly, no matter who you are, pride is a battle we all deal with. Before I was married, I attended a singles ward, and I actually felt like I was a pretty good catch. I had a good job. I was a good worker. I was motivated. I cared about people. And so I thought I'm a pretty good catch. My wife, before she was married, also was a good catch. She was a great catch. She was motivated, hard worker, smart. She cared for people, and she believed in her values. So my question is, what happens when 2 great catches meet each other and marry? Well, I know at times I've questioned, why doesn't my wife treat me like I'm amazing? And I wonder if she felt that way at times too. What was this? What was this kind of expectation of somebody just building you up all the time? I think it was pride. I heard once in an institute, a religion class, that pride is simply the fruit of enmity or a sort of hate. When someone has pride, they place their blame outward rather than inward, and they feel like their circumstances, their bad circumstances, are a result of someone else or even God. So people get in this place, and it's an uncomfortable place for people around them to always feel like they're blamed. It's their fault. So as we remain in pride, it eats away at our relationships. The last thing I want to share is that love comes after being humble and hopeful, believing, and when we try. Recently, I saw that my wife was struggling. The family was wearing her out, and she was busy every single day and not getting much time for herself. And I remember feeling like I'm not sure what to do, and I was probably not helping. And so what did she do? During this time, I noticed she was reading in the scriptures and praying, and out of the blue, she kind of changed her energy. And she was being so kind to me, even though I didn't feel I deserved it, and to our girls, our daughters, and to everyone. And she was in such a state that was just so humble and sweet and good. And it blew me away. And we were able to talk because of it. She had created an atmosphere where we could talk. From there, we were able to grow. We need to allow God into our lives. We need to be believing. We need to take responsibility. And we need to resist resentment and anger, because those will eat away at us and rob us of any love or hope that we have. So from my experience, this works best. In the words of an artist, he says, "Out of the rubble, black from the flame, I know your heart is dying for rain. Love, it's gonna find you. Love, it's gonna find you. Don't give up shooting flares to the sky, 'cause love, it's gonna find you." Though we feel deprived at times, we don't give up. We keep trying. We shoot flares to the sky. We're open. We talk. And we try and we keep on trying, and then we'll get to love.